The courtroom was so quiet, you could hear every breath. The wood of the benches creaked under nervous bodies. At the front sat a boy, 17, pale, unmoving. His eyes never left the floor. On trial for taking from a blind man, he sat alone in his silence. No one spoke as the judge entered. The gavel's sharp crack made everyone flinch. The boy's lips pressed together, hands clenched. He did not look up. Whispers filled the air, each word sharpened by doubt and suspicion. The prosecutor stood, staring hard at the boy. The lawyer at his side tried to coax a word from his client. The boy only shook his head, silent as stone. Every second felt longer than the last. The silence stretched on, heavy as a storm cloud. Each eye in the room was fixed on the boy. Everyone waited for him to speak, to explain, but the boy said nothing. The prosecutor's voice broke the stillness. "Your Honor," the accused refuses to answer. "What is he hiding?" His words sliced through the courtroom like a cold wind. Murmurs spread. People doubted the boy. Some leaned forward, hungry for drama. Others shook their heads, already judging him. The judge leaned forward, brows knitted. He spoke slowly. "Son, you must speak to defend yourself." But the boy's silence was a wall. Every minute he stayed quiet, the case against him seemed stronger. His lawyer pleaded softly, "Please, say something. Anything. Help yourself." Pressure built with each passing second. The prosecutor listed the evidence. A missing wallet, a frightened victim, a boy found nearby. If he is innocent, why doesn't he deny it? The prosecutor challenged. The boy's silence echoed louder than any words. The hush returned, thicker now. The boy's mother wept quietly at the back. The world outside faded away. Inside, suspicion grew with the clocks ticking. The boy, still silent, became more alone. The lawyer's voice trembled. Her eyes begged. "Thomas, you must tell them what happened. They want to hear your side." But Thomas kept his head down. Not a sound escaped him. It was as if his whole life depended on this silence. The judge's patience thinned. Every question was met with the same answer: nothing. Thomas's silence seemed stubborn, almost defiant. Some believed it was guilt, others saw fear. Few saw the pain behind his eyes. The prosecutor pounced on his silence. "He won't speak because he cannot deny the truth," he declared. The jury watched. Some looked angry, some disappointed. Each face blurred into a wall of judgment. Thomas felt the weight pressing down, heavier than chains. The clock ticked louder. The judge sighed. "This is your last chance, Thomas. Speak now, or I must decide without your word." Still, he said nothing. The room held its breath, waiting for a word that would not come. Suddenly the silence broke, not from the boy, but from the witness stand. The blind man, old and frail, stirred. "Your Honor, I must say something," he called, his voice trembling. The room turned to him, startled. The judge nodded for him to speak. The old man's hands shook. "When I gave my first statement, I said I knew who robbed me, but I could not see him. I only heard his voice." The court fell still, every ear straining to catch his words. He turned toward Thomas. "The voice I heard was loud, angry, bold. It was not this boy's. This boy has not spoken a word." Tears glistened on his cheeks. "I cannot say for sure it was him. I am sorry." A gasp rippled through the benches. The judge leaned back, thinking. Suddenly, the certainty against Thomas wavered. Doubt crept in, slow and careful. Just as the silence returned, another voice spoke up. "Your Honor, may I say something?" It was Mrs. Jenkins, the neighbor. She was nervous but determined. The judge motioned her forward. She stood in the witness box, wringing her hands. "I was in my garden that night," she began. "I heard shouting near the blind man's house. The voice was harsh, yelling. It echoed across the street. All eyes were on her. She glanced at Thomas, her face softening. I've lived next door to this boy since he was small. I've never heard him raise his voice, not once." Her words hung in the air, heavy with meaning. The prosecutor frowned, flipping through papers. The judge nodded, weighing every word. Suspense built again. The pieces of the story were shifting. The judge's voice rang out. "Thomas, the truth can set you free. Speak. This is your last chance." The whole courtroom leaned forward, breathless. The moment was thick with hope and fear. Thomas looked up at last. His eyes glistened, full of pain. He opened his mouth, struggling. At first, only a scratchy sound came out. Then a broken whisper. "I can't speak." Well, his voice was rough, barely more than a gasp. The courtroom fell silent, stunned. Thomas's lawyer rushed to his side. "He lost his voice last year in an accident," she explained, her voice shaking. "He has barely spoken since. Not because he is guilty, because he cannot." Tears fell down Thomas's cheeks. The truth was out. His silence was not guilt. It was pain and loss. A hush swept through the people. The prosecutor lowered his head, shame on his face. The jury looked at Thomas with new eyes. The judge's voice softened. "Sometimes we judge what we do not understand. We must listen with our hearts, not just our ears." The blind man wept openly, reaching out as if to touch Thomas. Mrs. Jenkins dabbed her eyes, and Thomas's mother rushed forward to hold her son. The weight of suspicion lifted from the boy's shoulders at last. The judge dismissed the case, his words trembling. "You are free, Thomas. This court owes you an apology for not seeing your truth." Relief flooded the room. Kindness replaced suspicion. As everyone left, the judge offered a final thought. "Before we judge, let us always remember, sometimes the truest voices are the quietest." In that silent courtroom, every heart heard it.
What's something people don't know about stories? They never truly end. There's always a new adventure waiting for you. Just pick your next tale and I'll meet you there. Subscribe to the Story Circle and let me know which story I should tell next in the comments.